Many anu Ghana for and also a share biome. Your friend Marcus near Geoland, I bet me a friend Nibi. And then you be share algebra. You can algebra a broad area, a cover a big part of mass. Into no, or some DHA within these few weeks because Otuma Ebiana went me and your concept be na you be seeing you be home their variables, you be home their terms, you be home quadratic expressions, quadratic equations. Binomial expressions ninyama change of subject simultaneous equation ninyama intino eno na ye within the coming weeks na ye be wie no na what nyama we ase ama mass aye the more intino ye sure pass obedi echi na ya konti ye start with the first one ni ento aso nti algebra once again no working with unknowns and only the realities of life and you be an name into no baby ani baby until you be use lots of variables you be use lots of letters ni nyama or say you what I say into no yanko until bera algebra acquires a world on its own until also it is some terms because you be use those terms no throughout. Now algebra is also very broad. Yeah, really in our class mu. You bet chichimo now so you bet say jabi. Na mu hia maka kire na ye mu aye those parts no. Na you can algebra. Na make say it's about unknowns. But first of it, your friend is saying variable a quantity a one name into na variable it may vary into your channel can say x and so a different number x now so a different number in a different situation into a form of variable no into you can say x they be x a 5 there be x into mean 5 they be into the same x may be a different number the same x will be a different number in a different situation into a form of variables no or more vary. What I say it varies and bet me the letter bet me a variable word bet me a variable and as a symbol be bet me a variable no into near calling in I be use variable until you term variable is just an unknown be a dear shell no after about expression math more incomplete sentence English more incomplete sentence a phrase. What I say, dependent clause. Not just say, complete. Mass mo your phrase no, your friend no expression. Not just say, complete. Expression, it me true before a expression. Obinam now I catch yourself for. That's on can on read the all can. On we the all can into no one to mean the all can into Musa. Sounds no be na 4x and one won't say into the sounds na obeka 4y plus 3 and no so untia say ni nyina expressions. Omo nyina expressions acquires a brofu bi a wakan a just say NCP. Sa na mass mo your friend no expression. Afa yemra equation ana inequality. Equation and answer inequality acquires a sentence a complete maximum and also a sentence a complete into no I was say a containing one of this either equal to less than greater than less than or equal to and answer greater than or equal to into maximum complete sentence no is either equation or inequality. Here are examples. 4x is greater than 8. What can you complete? Not just compare nyama 2b and what say 1 is greater than the other. Okay, yet say because over now say maybe any saying where what can complete sentence but now no I can maybe meaning the whole part. This frame within the different things. After so back 4y plus 3 equals to x and also a complete sentence. Into no mass more complete sentence no and a friend either equation or inequality. Yaguswa share mass structures ban say church nyama. Ebini terms. You can't terms acquires a words English mono words sentences mo and I say clauses and I say phrases mo na mass mono your phrase words no terms from terms. It is also can kind mass now person can 4x plus 3 4x no a word or use so into 4x plus 3 they are terms in mass. Okay, into no as all the two bro for English if terms are part of an expression equation and as inequalities a word is also part of what sentences or clauses or phrases. That is the comparison. A term ebetimi a number, ebetimi a product of a number, or a product of a number and variables, or quotient of a number and variables. Okay, so a term can be a number itself, it's a term, or a term can be just a single variable, it's a term. A term can be a product of a variable and a number, a term, and a term can be a quotient of a variable or variable and a number. It is a term. Okay, now let's get this. The sum or difference between a variable or variables and a number is not a term. 5 plus x is not a single term. 5 a term on its own because there's a plus sign. X is also a single term. There are two terms here. And yeah, one number. Say one number there a term, but say separated by plus or minus and yeah single term. 5x a term, but 5 plus x and yeah term. So what I say. So in an equation or expression, terms can be identified by separating them with plus or minus sign. It's no plus or minus sign in between any kind of groupings and then actual terms you can terms so there were different types of terms. There were like terms. Like terms, terms they have the same variables. They have the same variables, and their variables too have the same powers or indices or exponents. Like terms, the same variables. Say we or x we so x, we or y we so y. And which x and y na munyina mbo ne crampon say omunyina carry the same powers. And so say baako de higher than the other. We share 5xy any 25xy. Omu terms because x first one no xy. Second one also xy. They are the same terms, so they are called like terms. Afei yenka unlike terms. Send I share like terms as say no. I will say they have the same. Forget about numbers now. I attach it to there any problem. There a say be a like term. Say they have the same variables attached to them, and the variables attached to them have the same powers. It is a x squared our first one x na the other side no so I will say x squared. So why any raise the power 1 why na the same power raise the power 1 into no kai into no I was so the same very identical so far as the variables are concerned, but numbers need any problem and that misses and then now the quantity into young so operations on terms. The operations are obey terms to juma either so be add and now be subtract and now so be divide and now so be multiply. Now before you can do that I will say like terms in kwan e betimi add as and subtract as I multiply, as I divide, if there are factors, I'm betting me divide. tienie like terms betimi add betimi subtract omo ho betimi multiply omo ho betimi divide omo ho if there are common factors betimi di divide through, and we'll be working and we'll see sena the make ejuma efa. Unlike terms, because omo nye like terms no won't mean add omo won't mean subtract omo ontimi add omo ontimi subtract omo into your cat terms I am funny say which was 6m plus 6 y I am funny say m ye mango into person patch say 6 mangoes plus 6 yam obe adi obe can say enye possible into no back obe can say oh there was 6 mangoes and 6 yams ewo basket no mo one beka say there were 12 mango yams there be into terms no they are the same thing into but over the unlike terms omunye like terms mango ni yam na me ma no examples ni ye unlike terms omunye like terms into no untimi add untimi subtract but the obetimi any say obetimi multiply and that's obetimi divide if only those terms have factors, common factors, okay? Into no enoni dear ye benya womo. Into say yes, expressions one sem ye say expressions terms I add together. I no any complete sentence. Into ebini dear ya throw hano 22x minus 4xy minus 7x plus 3xy. Okay, into no so be kaya can say like terms ebetimi add because if you ma addition is subtraction kwan na wo mo into no be group like terms into ye be ha 22x eno x pe na wo ho ye hwe we xy into no mo nye like terms minus 7x eno so x pe na wo into no we anyway like terms into ye be throw mo together into 22x na ye di minus 7x na bahanum pacho nama no sign a edi nanim no anase bansan waba no okoba bia odi ne bekosa nti unsesa eno an because a expression nti no the same room nti no nothing changes. Now what about the next term here minus but I know say for different pen here 4y xy into no minus 4xy you say benya xy term ni bi ma na yenya xy wa ha bi into no plus 3xy so into ya group terms no ya group obeyi omo with the same letters no same variables no any same powers no be don be bab faako na wasan yi omo so a omo need the same way no to one side. Now yes na we make sure say sign na one nanim bia no ebe move with it. It no say minus 4 no any 4xy ni nyam na minus 7 so anyway by it no yen simplify terms into because they are the same way no throw letter ne down why x pen into no throw x no na fe solve numbers no as I solve mass numbers they are 22 minus 7 ebe ma was 15 into no when you two forget it 2x minus 4x we confused for x ne 2 no because ni na x is common into for x ne 2 na ye numbers ne pe so over ha no ma xy into the true xy no because xy wa true 2 on na fe the minus 4 plus 3 minus 1 but normally in true 1 no into no obetime 1 f on na kwa minus xy into no what solve we no me use different pens na what I say into no encontrol is obe use the same pen color what it okay yanko second one no gradually why lucky we a video refi bibi ultimate trebium into no online all the time into yenhwe we so ye be group like terms any day we wɔ y pɛ yɛhwɛ mu sɛ ɛbɛnya bi so ɛno wɔ y pɛ ana oh we so wɔ y pɛ we so wɔ y pɛ nti na yɛbɛyi ɔmo nyinaa aba faako nti na yɛbɛnya 14y plus 2y because 2y then minus 5y yɛwie ɔmo nti na yɛde x ne bɛba minus x na yɛhwɛ x no we so yɛ x the same nti minus 6x nti na yɛho y4 no ɛna yɛho x4 no nti na y4 no because ne nyinaa yɛ only y no the y baako bɛto ase na afei deɛ wasolve numbers ne pɛ nti yɛ 14 plus 2 plus 5 minus 5 sorry nti 14 plus 2 is 16 minus 5 11 fa 2 ho kɛkɛ no ano no aka 11y when so entro hwe ba wo hwe be negative but o the x ne beto first because variable ne x they make you a common term no x nti na minus 1 minus 6 ebema o say minus 7 any term a number bia ni ho no saa number wo ho yɛ 1 into 1 any 6 into minus 1 minus 6 no ebema minus 7 area no yegusua afei your next question 2n plus m plus 9m minus n minus 2m into no yehwa n a new term yɛhwɛma we nya bi we yɛ bia ɛno ano no nti na yɛbɛnya 2n minus n because some are the same term na yɛaba m plus 9m minus 2m nti na ɛno nso mmm no nso ɔmo nso ɛkrɔ ho but my sign di n'akyi bia m di n'akyi because we are positive and we are negative. What you say? Into no, by a very super back with their solving in because society I say. Into no, any n no, or the n back over 2 no numbers no quite about 2 minus 1. Now a 1 and we intro. We so no, over m back up per honum. Now after what we 1m into no 1 plus 9 a 10. 10 minus 2 a plus 8. What you say? Eno ano no so nti no saa na no yenko the next one 16m minus 6m plus 3m we dey koko kra aye de more koko nti yenum ne ntem ni nyina ye mmm nti no chow m no kese baako na afei de 16 minus 15 ebe ma ye 1 plus 3 ebe ma ye 4 eno ano no so in the numbers ni pe ho dwuma na obedi if they are all the same term omo nyina are the same term easy afi ye ba ha no ma ye behwe say k any k ba we k squared nti we nka omo ho nti ba we two we dwuma together nti no be cho k no na ye 20 minus 16 no anya 14 we no onya ohwe nti no be cho no saa because ono when ya any friend be on anybody sa agro no nti yenkoye nti aba multiplication and division of algebraic expressions. Multiplication and division eno ye easy akra but yen follow simple steps na enye easy amai oba pacho multiply numbers na multiply variables especially variables are almost say into the numbers no 4 times 8 no as I multiply p times p squared because then you multiply into benya 4 8 32 p cubed. Okay, so once you are in this is ampacho note no honum the video or into correct ne hu sa p times p squared na no ewo we ni so into correct after yanko the next one 5xy squared times 5x raised the power 4 y raised the power 3 so na me kan no obe multiply number so 4 5 times 4 is the same as 4 times 5 into okay. Why we no one multiply x times x raised to the power 4, x times x raised to the power 4. No one multiply y squared times y raised to the power 3. Okay, me use dot for the times for now. Into you 20 for the numbers. Ni x raised to the power 5. Ni y raised to the power 5. Ukosua indices now. Obeti way as where we are multiplying y's with same base but different way and all of that. And obeti as here. After the next one. Here were 3 numbers. One where they acquire 3 into minus 2 times 4 times 5. Okay. Then times A times B times C. Into no minus 2 they are negative 9 2 4 8 8 5 40 into the minus 40 A B C. No. Yabaha no monswa. Yawa 15. Oh, yaba division. Sorry. Into no yaba division. Division. So division I say a trono easy way. Into the 15 y cubed divided by 3y squared. Very easy that way. Into no 3 be call her 1, 3 be call her 5. Until 5 no actual. But y squared be call y cubed no y. And also maka actual. Kosher indices obeti ase until we so very easy. No abahanum 16 a cubed b squared divided by 2ab. Into no obe dividing numbers 2 be call 8 and be call no 1. Into no 8 no actual. A be call a squared. Pacho and you're confused. Kosher indices no a bit chills and a work away. B be call her B. It's no obenya 8ab. Now online kosher indices. Obe hosane a that way no NTS no answer ye be soon way. After you solving expressions, after they be solve then equations, and I say inequalities. Difference a woman is at the end of the day, no, obey a be a one side of the sign, and no quan, yes, I there, sending worky expressions, no, sa ne worky equations, ne inequalities, just we move from one side of a sign to the other, and the sign be changing. Yeah, the sign be name and the plus the minus name kwana and change. And then the difference. Ye be home. What the be in Monty and Cosso. Inti ye sure hanoma. Ye be making x the subject. When I say ye finding x, my main tumufu. Na a photo way a hube here wo pa chopi. So, working na make it be the subject, especially it's a variable na one pair until we say a one variable equation. That is a variable that is the unknown, a one pair that is x, and now make it the subject. After first, use strategies now you see and never simplify the expressions. Use strategy never simplify the expressions on each side of the equal to or each side of the sign. Okay, it's simple. Afe waba simplest term no. Afe no who x no de ekese no mo ngina baby ogina na de eketwa no mom move mra honom. Tie ne ye de ekese no mo ngina baby ogina na ketwa no mom move mra baby akese no wo no. Oye sa na at the end of the day no Obe say x no positive. And you don't need to divide through by a negative number because these are the troubles you might find yourself in if you start dividing by a negative number. These are some of the troubles. Number one, sometimes we divide the x now. Obe divided by the other side no, based on be a pressure be a better also. Number two. Bia would divide the other side, you know. And also negative or into negative back cancel negative are positive. And sure, no so bet me I may say. Into one person obey work with negative. Now, dear, a beboa wo pa. And yes, shatawale pa, where they pa. And he said, say oh working na sign no symbol no enye equal to na ye greater than or less than or greater than or equal to and now less than or equal to and no the obetime nya problem pa because no we divide it at the end of the day we divide it by a negative number it was say we change sign no direction say greater than and now say equal to or equal to, and I say less than or equal to, and I say greater than, and I say less than. And no, the moment you divide your final answer with a negative, no, I will say sign is sa. Obi answer sa ma wo one I will say wo sa sign no. Ore fear wetting. So ore fear say obese sa sign na wetting. Yi nyina atu yenda. Eno ntina me to say and kodru hokra into no yiyi de small no eko baby akese no wo say x na wo hwehwa hwemu o left side no x no eso send the right and I say right side no x no so send the left and no way ni boko now they akọ baby e wo say we de ko oye ne sa e be easy grammar. A very easy amount. And no, you don't have to change the sign because you are never going to divide by a negative number. It's P. Intino, young koso. Intino, yesha x or hanum x or ha. There one in extra negative 6x extra because a negative, all those 6 next but a negative. Intino be move and no abahanum. Who move because there is this sign here, no. Sign ne besesa the will move on a sign besesa negative better than a positive but the entity sample ne say the entity sign say who person we be diffi baby a free baby additive inverse into ukra 6 now who say o 6 na esan obey 6 afim oti ase ukra x now person x no afi ono ma obey x afim oti ase your friend no additive inverse na just say two numbers are add be 0 into no sa na ebe yenti obe add 6x wa hanum because there is this sign into no oyema left I mean right also oyema left into no obe add 6x so wa hanum eno na we ayi we fi onom no entity ni ye media no kire wa se keke ye nye ni sa en waste time obe cho wa hanu a cho wa hanum a long process into no they also want say we move on to the other side. Now the entire corner is much was no. And you know you are just moving it, so you will be having your 4x standing here. It has not moved. This 6x, negative 6x will come and turn into positive 6x. But your kaipa no there way mistake how minus 5 equals to 10 because 10 there or move here until it's still positive. Nothing has happened to it. Negative 6 no and a move here until obenya 10x minus 5 equals to 10. But open say we x name coin 19 10x equals to what? 10 plus 5 because 5 we move eba hanuma ebe negative. It's ebe positive, sorry, negative into ebe positive. Into obenya 10x equals to 15. Now we divide it through by 10. We divide it through by 10. So your x will be equal to 15 over 10. A fraction asem yen rule or into me yen keep on the say osho answers obe hu the question the pe no why yes na omo palm answer. Okay, into yen call your next one. You show your next one or say 8x plus 15 equals to 14x minus 3. Caution be my own caution say because we are looking for x no ye be move x nketua ne nyina ko ba bia kese no what that is we will first simplify each side ye be work near sorting out like terms near ye bibia simple na be simple term am na fe de ye hu the magnitude of any term Into say x near here, you won't say I 8x, I 14x, 14 s to send 8. Into the baby 8 mum the above baby 14 one. Baby na time most of the times and you move to the left hand side, you move to the left hand side, baby. Yes, now you may all the time. Say here that is when the left hand side is bigger than the right hand side. Then they'll move right, the above left. But say right hand side, that's to say left hand side and patch move left need mom equal right. Because when yes already so be divided by negative are wetting. Now my make negative ni positive one some kakranche or not the make can say because I will say now the negative there. Negative HSO the cow. And a positive HSA ya wodie. Inti fansa o papa say osika 10 cedis wo me o. Oba na ma say my mistake inti no umomo di meka 10 cedis we ni beji. Okay, once an inti enko so. Inti no ye be move we ni dey akwa inti 15 ni dey my engine asa na 14x no fa 8 ne ba ebra hanom negative e ba be dan positive sorry e ba be dan negative. Na o negative 3 no so mo ngina osa say ebusuafo nkwa be ye adwuma ntino ma 3 no nko ntino benya 15 plus 3 because 3 no negative e move by be positive na aka 14x minus 8x e benya den e benya 6x because he is working on this simple terms leader. Ntino yebenya 18 equals to 6x. Ni divided through by 6. Divided through by 6. They say oya ne send na me kana obenya 3 wa no ntino 3 equals to x or x equals to 3 the same thing. Oya ne say onya trouble with negative division da. Number 1 ebe save time. Number 2 no sa trap na yenyina yetimi follow in no won follow into any of them. You go free and you are sure you get your answer. Yes, I will read exams now. When you me no akaka me read negative b. And so now late. Want to me go paper. And some be trobium. And no cry to me also control exams ni nyina biom. Sa negative kitwa na o went me and now refi and nyina nipa e happen no person o avoid there e be boa. Okay, so say yaba inequality because yet me who signs like this one, and no be boy with the me can earlier no. And to say easy, I lucky you 5x and 6x because we are still working for the value of x, but this time around inequalities. The same thing, it is the same way you work. Nanka the be trap ama any the maka one assembly da no nti unni how we hu biom nanka the trap me say be can say any the divide by negative na wa change sign patcho ye nye saade no ye ndu ho krampo na kan pese yakodwene ho say me ye anase manye if you're on the safe side we better what be wie kra feel fine ba fi abano mouth yankoso nti say no x no 6x ni 5x 6x is to send 5x until you move 5x in momaba you change sign there until 16 is greater than or equal to 6x ni jina order 5x ni a positive until you move to the other side be negative 5x what you say until once every more x is what less than or equal to 16 simple. And yes, simple. Very simple. Very simple. When you be any asem, omo aso ye de no ye hwe anka se na ombe no omo antia obakoye na abre ye nkoye e de ombe ka say oh they be see you move everything to the left hand side na obe move nti no ye ntan cho we na 16 plus 5x greater than or equal to 6x. Now, wabe move into wabe move na abahanum na be 16 plus 5x minus 6x because 6x na positive move is greater than or equal to 0 because we in hebium. Now, into na yasan move we the call into yebanya into yen solve way first 5x minus 6x benya minus x. What you say? Na yeah, greater than or equal to no, because you change the sign there, and here the 16 the corner negative 16. The 16 the banner negative. Afi, we say akonya negative x is greater than or equal to negative 16. Here, be divided by negative 1, divided by negative 1. We divide it by negative per sign way or say s. One yes, obenya x is greater than or equal to 16, which is wrong. Until we bet me a fee. Negative now will divide the cramp and shall now we are coffee now the negative akosha. It's in pacho and ye way cry and yet you don't do it. And when I yes, now you're confused. Don't say 3 lines per year, 2 lines be per year one. Now we buy lines be brace, betting up a mistake account. It's no yank or yes, why? And try. Wow, crass, in chess, I mean 2 for crass, yes, and yet, and trouble. Okay, it's no yank the next one. So you have panning in a way. One pen. Okay, so on pedia, I will be answer. Fine. Into the next one. This time around, you're x back open x na or 20. I'll say simplify it and write your thing again. 12x plus 20 less than. But simplify this x, you 22x plus x, you my 24x, then minus 16, the better on the found here. Here we are. I feel you say x or hanum, x sign or hanum. X no the one in there soon. It is the right hand side that is bigger because it's positive 24x and we also a positive 12x into no g the eswano emra baby. The sunny one into 24x minus because a plus a bear minus 12x minus 16 20 na ejina no into no nya hwe found here into no keep you sign sa nya hwe into 24 minus 12 friends said 12x minus 16 equals to 20 sure na sa into no 12x no ejina sa 16 ebe move about no ebe 20 plus 16 which is 36. So when you 36 one is what 12x. Now I divided by 12. Now I divided by 12. It's no better than 3. It's in x is greater than 3. So bet me actually x is greater than 3. The same thing. But then how keep on say teacher name mark you wrong. It's na nya fe na wo ko move de abaha na ebe ma na ye chinchina basa honyan basa bisa da bi on penisa yenkoso afe ya ba binomial expressions so then ene binomial expressions ya kan expressions assembly da terms are omo add omo ho ana so omo divide omo ho. And most of the times, no, it's near unlike terms. You know, you can't simplify; they stay the way they are because unlike terms cannot add or subtract from themselves, and then they make your terms. No, you know, say no, yeah, addition and subtraction of binomial. Binomial actually say term what 2 terms per expression what 2 terms per. Sorry, into binomial expression what 2 terms per. Expression what 2 times per into na here back on 4 plus x 4 plus y expression what 2 times there binomial 2x minus z binomial expression x plus y binomial expression any there kika into na here be say na betimi add yes na betimi add binomial expressions into here normal 2x plus y plus x plus 4y. Okay. Into no say if you say a group like terms where x and away so x e 2x plus x the y number plus y plus 4y. Into the here say x will had that into 2 plus 1 3 and y no ye the y back to 1 plus 4 5 ye we no Very simple. Oh yeah, more I'll be hun intent them into notes. There's a note that no kasa talking notes. When you're talking notes, and it's sa ni sa consonanti a yen fi honum. Aye wodia. Kohwe ni sa na hwe ni sa na hwe ni sa. Na wo work no we mistake and no wasan go back. We mistake and no wasan go back. Yen call way so. Now we the difference kaka wo menti yen hwe ni ye. First one e be bie mu. 4x plus 2y. Now a minus everything here. Oh. Akwa say we nyina a one number, but into the minus number rem because minus all the terms inside there. Into a minus 2x minus okoye no koshia another minus minus y. Tiny you minus we. Say bracket in anywhere and can affect only the 2x no, but bracket no one no. I will say a coin sign a quite attach your meaning because you are subtracting that from this. What I say, into no, yes, and being 4x plus 2y minus 2x minus means she say a bedani positive. Mas munkwa na abonefo mienu hia odi ka bebre na akwese umum why free ene hipic odi ka bebre na e de achew no why free nti but anyway ready for agro yenkoso nti no obe group like terms e wo x wa ene e wo x wa nti no 4x minus 2x na about plus 2y plus y. Into the one say the ox back one to hanum 4 minus 2 2. Now the y back one to hanum 2 plus 1 3. That is plus 3. Where we addition and subtraction. So say a multiplication of binomials. A multiplication of binomial expressions. Into no binomial you can say 2 terms per into this and that. Okay into no yen hon is now main shell baby you be use to baby a friend of FOIL method. FOIL that is FOIL and then I no extra into na mature ne kese no no just say two binomials are multiply or more. The other say, now let's say before I make question, for method the ebeba be boy later. Pa be boy pa into not any because you be sign there di juma be brave. Into no am already Phoenix intimate or fin so how they be share video ni bio. Obe multiply first terms. Into the first term ni and a first term ni anyway omo first terms. It will be multiply first terms together. We are no multiply outer terms. Outer you can outer there one left pa any there one pa omo outer. Not just say omo last ends. First end and last end. Until extreme left outer or extreme right outer. So what I say, we are no abe inner terms, inner we anyway never in. No abe inner terms. What I say, we are inner terms and no a last term. This is a last term and this is another last term. No abe yom. So what there can I say? That is how simple it is. Inti yankobi. Me fe. Me name say offer. Me dey me fe pa. Yes, I started you. Into no you use FOIL method to solve binomial expression. I mean multiplication of binomial expressions. Not just say FOIL. You say FOIL, where F stands for first terms. Into no obe multiply first terms together. First terms. This is the first term. All them say your binomial. Into no one expression against another expression. Into the can first term and the other kind wa and the other kind wa. How many first terms? Into obe multiply omo. We are no about multiply outer terms. Two no kabo ma more out. Honey ha we anyway omo out. We were far left and 3 no nso wɔ far right omo wɔ outer terms outer near about inner terms inner not just say 2 and a they are inside, they are in the middle, they are inner terms. No one multiply we no one call last terms 2 no last term in the first binomial and a 3 no here the last term in the second binomial. And I mean yebium ayode onso koye ofie wati koye more nti yenkoso nti this is what we are going to do in practical in here a times a, that is the first terms, then the share bracket misa near about plus a, that is outer terms, a times 3 near about inner terms 2 times a plus 2 times and kai so plus no because one try be confused. No about 2 times no about plus 2 times 3 nti yebesua baby na saa de no ho hia pa misro pa ho hia very well nti hwe we a obehu say first terms and then the first answer nti yebenya a squared plus and a last term and so multiply two numbers when you're the last term what you say into no these two way a bit when we start working into no you better first and last term you better first and last terms I be multiply say you start here into that is it by way the obenya 3a plus 2a into obenya a squared plus 5a plus 6. Say yes, we are 2a plus way. It's no anyhow. It's a solve way area. A solve area, yeah, the second one. Into about the second one, the same thing. Okay, the same thing. First terms, outer terms, inner terms, and last terms. It's none of the x plus x times 2s, that's the first one, right? Plus x times 2 and plus x times negative 2t. Until the chop plus natural the home, then plus 2y times 2s, then plus 2y times negative 2t. But sadie no be near and your money house. Just over 2 bonwa any boko now I practice because also speed faster. It's no x times 2s. First one, never mind 2sx. Now x times negative 2t, never mind negative 2tx. Now about 2y times 2s, never mind 4sy. Now about 2y times negative 2t, never mind negative 4yt. Ty, sorry. No, this is our answer. There are no like terms. We are 2sx, tx, 5 sy, ty. No, there is no like term. It's no. If I say yamao expression as I say no, any binomial because terms no more than 2. And how and also you require a bit me solve and no quampo metro now dear no solve even binomial expressions. Okay, because binomial expression is because a bit boy in factorization and here yes I can make a choice. This is how you're supposed to solve it and no quite the best. The what hanging into the what hanging the ɛwɔ ha nyinaa quantity no fa no baako quantity no a na odi the ɛwɔ ha nyinaa ma no b plus u minus n. Now waba plus c because first one wafa a did that. Now waba plus c now the b plus u minus n. And one no not just what start b mu into the way there you say oh kone we be our bre into no a b minus plus a u minus a n, right? Then what about plus c b plus c u minus c n. Wait we oh send a note here into mfa say 3 nkwa mpo a obeweki say 3 mpo obeweki into you the any 3 ne hwe yen say fan say 3 into ya force the baako aka ho into ye be the same thing so na me ka che o no obefa first one no into na m. Oh, sorry, let me get my thing down. I'm changing my pen into m na abe multiply we no nyina b plus u minus n no aba plus a no aye b plus u minus n no aba plus c obe close plus c kai say obe close b plus u minus n. Very easy. No start m times b be ma mb, m times u be ma plus mu, then m times negative n be ma minus mn. What we no about plus ab plus au minus an. No about c plus cb plus cu minus cn. Where we no ahwehwem say more like terms or more like terms in the model no into no so they expand way into no suane ye afenya division of binomial no you should be able to create factors into no entry division ye na entiase into no we say you try no 4x y plus y all divided by 8z plus 4. Ocho we nyina you treating as one number. Nti no ntimi cancel 1 wom. Ntimi ka say y now I cancel y, z now I cancel there be enye ne sa. Nti de obetimi aya ne say obe factorize. O factorize no kire say obe hwe terms bia mo no ahwe common number na say common variable and a common factor that is in each term. Nti aya 2 terms 4xy and y, but y wo baby nti no be fa y na aka 4x wa hanom na y divide by obenya 1 plus 1 also obefa ohwa plus 4, sorry makocho y plus 4 ohwa 4 common 4 be call 8 mu na wa start to bracket na wanya 2z plus 1. Enti no anu no ntimi nya ohwe bia no anu sanka onyaye na we suma the same thing na no do betimi cancel factors because eno ye factor 4 times we factors of the denominator, y times everything there is the factors of the numerator. It is ultimate factorizing na at the end of the day who say factors be pair and do ultimate cancel but ultimate cancel the one once Mr. we are careful it's way correct. So enti yenye factorization of binomials so say be factorization factorization of binomials na che say we be factorize no na me dey ma example no enti no we dey be no deep kakra enti o hwe first one na ma ben ana say letter ben na wo be bia 4 ebe ko we mu ebe san ko we mu enti be 4 na p 4 will go here 1 enti be ka x 4 will go here 3 into no and one will factorize away. Then second one, near high and also negative 4. Our baby, into no banyan x negative back cancel negative now a positive when you're 6. What I say because 4 back 24 almost 6 times 4 6 24. Now I share Hanum so Hanum don't mean yet because why about into the way there you can't do it. no abahanom. Yes, ubehu x wa ba x no ubenya 2 wa hanom saa so ubenya 2 no so wa enti no x wa benya 3 plus x because ebeka x back where you 2 the abaha eno no indices na ebe kire o enti no kokan ko back na ko hwe indices movie your friends and video no obeti ase when so ube factorize a b c d e wa hanom anso a c d e wa hanom enti no a c d wo ba bia enti no a c d be pie na wa hwe anom a be fia c be fia de be ka b na wabayi a wa hanom 2 ne de yenye ne hwe nti be cho 2 no a be fi mu c ba ko be fi mu nti be ka c ba ko na d ba ko be nti be ka d ba ko we when you indices question with indices no be hu sane you cancel out you divide c by c d by d ehwe hanom a you 1/5 times 64 plus 1/5 times 36. Nti easy. The obey han say obey 1/5 na pie because 1/5 will be and 1/5 no aye 64 plus 36. Into benya 1/5 times 100. Be more 20. Very easy. Into bounce very easy. It's yankoso. Nti yeguso kwa factorization of binomials but where there was squared binomial nti no yehwe se na yebetimi aye no se okaya obekaya we expansion nti no we the expansion keke na yebeye se obekaya ye bibisa nti na yebeye a plus b because a plus b are multiplying 2 times. Please go and watch your indices video no now I expand this and here until we there okay yanko your name afenye quadratic expressions ya binomial expressions so ya quadratic expressions ya can quadratic expressions in a simple term they say expression be obe in this form where there is x squared x and a constant where a, b, c are all constants. A cannot be equal to 0. Say a is 0 and not just only quadratic expression. B can be 0, c can be 0, or both can be 0. Into anything with squared, x squared, no, a quadratic expression. And so say squared, power no, a also saying 2. But and so unto me, any power no so any less than 2. Any quadratic expression no so any sad any quadratic expression what you say ntini ye behwe se na ye be factorize quadratic expression a no b and c they are numbers ntini from constants no but a and me equal to 0 ntini from constants no ntini ye de ombe ye adwuma ye ka a kai say ye coefficient of x squared coefficient a number and multiply some variable b ntini number multiply a coefficient of a and number multiply a coefficient of a yes number multiply b a coefficient of b and number multiply a x squared no and any coefficient of x squared so a is now the coefficient of x squared b is the coefficient of x and c is the coefficient of x raised to the power 0 but I know you intro into c is so a constant. Okay, nti yebe factorize the quadratic expressions. Yebe factorize the quadratic expressions. Yebe factorize the quadratic expressions. Ohwe hanoma there were 2 ways yebe timi aye no. Grouping and reverse FOIL methods. Grouping and reverse FOIL method. Okay, eno na yebe use. Nti yen start with grouping. Grouping no ya yes no an use de bia nti enye hwe ba yebe into grouping ube grouper first thing I'll be say ube multiply the coefficient of x squared and c into no a times c. You can a times c as okay you see a no a coefficient of x squared and a c no a constant no into no say coefficient of x squared the one no then 1 and a c no times minus 6 Into no once abema minus 6. Sort ya say. Okay, we are. O second way ni say we put two factors of this new number way. We put two factors. Those two factors no o add or more. I was so onya coefficient of x which is the same as b, or get the coefficient of x which is the same as b, and I get b when you add them. Into no sure. Some of the factors of negative 6. Negative 1, 6, 6, negative 1, 3, negative 2, negative 3, 2. Into we na factors of negative 6. They are all factors of negative 6. Into then obey. Also for the o add there obenya 1 because b near 1. So let me make sure find factors, that is two factors of AC, that is the multiple, what you did here, that whose sum will be equal to b, and b is the coefficient of x squared, and now b equals to 1, but here which is b equals to 1 into 1 no into no befa there o add there obenya 1 because b near 1, well, that is coefficient of the x. Okay, we are there obenya 1 there b o add there onya 1. I had we obenya 1 or add we obenya negative 1, but we never born 3 and negative 2. These are the numbers 3 and negative 2. So I say 3 and negative 2. Obeto and do we so Obeto. So following it, your next step is say rewrite your expression, replacing b with the factors you chose. The factors. Into no be rewrite it, but after the be replacing it with this 3 and negative 2. Into no x squared minus 2x plus 3 into 2x and 2 and 3 no. As 2x plus 3x minus 6. Into the weapon way ye few way x nephew the new way number the same thing because we be somehow x bill. But the choir or the and they also okay. We are the next thing is group 1 2 2 na factorize. Say yes, factorization into group 1 2 2. Group first 2 na group second 2. And rearrange she in conform be person rearrange ya na akoye basa bi and rearrange she into no ufa x squared need 2x a common factor be x into beka x for the first one minus 2, right? So na over hanuma over common factor plus 3, right? Because plus 3 will be obenya x minus 2. Into it means say you want the same thing here. So this is now x plus 3 x minus 2. And one was solve very. That is how you solve this using the grouping method. And one most of the time you in school. Okay. In teacher video no over and over. I'll bet you say more. After you use reverse for method into a real way into the reverse for method. Reverse for method is straightforward. Maybe sometimes over Ghana you using a paper bia because teachers ne steps be also following to bet me use group in ba say kobani say objectives ma and na reverse for method be boa pa and na say be as our time call na only time bia na just say obenya 0 di anka tro na nya half bi there and obet me use reverse for method. What say o teacher and na say enye sa na e pese oye na. But this is how it is. My kaiwo on for method nebium. a plus 2a minus 3. You can for method no answer assign a reverse ni biom. Into no, you see multiply anyway. Into no, oba say o new bracket no. Sorry, o numbers now obenya no. Obenya a squared because any a multiply into the first terms no be a squares. Into first term pe o. Into no, sa pepe obeye nso asa na obeye 1 into be hu. First term be a squared. After so na last terms no nso ebema o last numbers. Ja middle terms no, the yenya middle terms no. Into benya a squared minus 3a plus 2a. Now when your last terms ebeye last terms multiply benya minus 6. Into no you be concentrating on first terms that be multiply any last terms. I be multiply no be my factorization no. Into you ba hanom na you be solve we a first thing draw away. Because we be factorize it. We be kaya your x squared one only first term, but only first number expression. You know, we want say first terms and be multiply. So you multiply first terms and a squared. No, so first terms and be mine. After we be last terms. Last terms no, yes we be c no. C ni a negative 6. Per two factors are o add ya obenya middle term, no, right? Two factors no be negative 2 and 3. No, they are negative 2 and 3. Pa, wait, we are no. We are no, very simple. First term no say x times x now we no anom no. We on the left hand side odinya away. So pepe into the first term don't say x and x. After open last term no just a product of the this last term into the two numbers be multiplier obenya o c no now so o adioma obenya the coefficient of ahanum and 2 and negative 3 into no wenya say o call baby o you free say clear okay you be working more into no don't worry cry you be working more near tia more. Okay, you say your question for ahanum. Okay, first one na no na x squared no and na a no was equal to 1. This time a no is the 1. And no am I working no some style be, but say you use grouping and some style be. But for objectives you don't want to waste your time. Into the by use grouping first. Grouping okay I say AC. Find product of AC. Into you find the product of AC. So the first step is AC, which is A times C. A is 2 and C is what? 1. Into you 2. After the next thing, then say we should do find factors of this number way. No. You better find the factors the middle number, no, that is 3. Numbers number negative 2 and negative 1. Negative 2 and negative 1. We multiply obenya 2 way. O add obenya negative 3. Into no, and only second step. Your third step, we rewrite now the 2 ni 1 ashemo to be 2x squared. So say obenya negative 2x, no negative x because 1x, then plus 1. Into 2 way pen out the abeshemo way and out the abeshema. Why any sa? Into 3 in society. We are now for the what take you 2. We take first 2, ni second 2. No group 1 into no. We shall no 2x 1 into the 2x be p abonting. Na aka x back 1 na aka 1 minus 1. Na hanso ahwe anoma negative 1, negative x and 1. Omomu nyina obanya negative 1 ewo both sides. Into na no ya obanya x minus 1. Into obanya 2x minus 1 because we nyina the same into na be x minus 1. No what we no. After you use reverse for method and find your way, so let who say there be something different into the bracket read reverse for method. Okay, I see first terms no and now multiply by your way, but 2 can wait in any baby. I did 2 ni beshe. Your name say function first one as until they show x ni pe. Jakwan wɔ ne nkyɛn a obetumi atwerɛ bibi n'akyi a obetumi atwerɛ bi nti twerɛ x ne x ne pɛ wowie a find AC saa nti AC bɛma wɔ 2 right 2 AC 2 times 1 A times C deɛ ɛyɛ na wapɛ factors mienu ɛbɛyɛ the same thing nti factors we na ɔnya na the same thing -2 -1 nti ne bɛtwerɛ -2 -1 no ɛwɔ under the 2 binomial way no yeah no we are then come and divide each of them with the coefficient of x squared nti divided by 2 divided by 2 nti yenko biom no just say over fine because there is a coefficient no don't rush it because there's a coefficient no and rushing no cry show x natural x because abema x squared no and fa 2 ni nkɔhye baabi keke because ye ni sa na wa kɔtwerɛ 2 wɔ baabi enye ni sa mpacho p enye ni sa coefficient kan you treating it different and this is how you treat it we now twerɛ x ni x na open last terms no obenya last terms na per multiply a by c just like you did it for the grouping into the AC now my 2 times 1 now 2 but I will say if any factors are ebe multiply nya 2 ebe nya 2 na ma now so o add here obenya -3 na wo middle no ebe ma -2 and -1 so -2 and -1 no wa hanom o wi na divide omo individually by 2 by the coefficient of the x squared into no simplify they also simplify we be call 1 na we are call 1 o wi fa denominator no of we no be share no metin you banya 1x na numerator no de no na o de share so 1 so what you say so so na oba we say what simplify into 2 ne be ba no na be 2 na numerator no 1 eno ano nti oba say wanya x minus 1 2x minus 1 what you say very interesting yen take here no biom yen say wani agye yenye biom. Okay, it's first of all you see show xx we here pa show xx no which show xx no we are afi obe find the product of AC so a times c equals to 2 times 1 no wenya 2 onya 2 ni ya sa 2 no per 2 factors are o divide sorry o add o ma obenya -3 na wa hanom no and I number 1 but right now a -3 a -2 and -1 because -2 times -1 be mine 2 o add the obenya -3 into no the ombeba be sha -2 -1 no be share we no masse o wi a no wa be fa coefficient of x squared no or a no now I divide it through or nyina by that same number o ye wi a simplify we be call 1 na call 1 nti o wie sa we so simplify it down to me breaking it down biom nti no ane say o fa denominator of the first one and now they are share hanom na numerator no so -1 now they are share nti numerator no be call hanom -1 and so sa denominator no be ba na 2 na -1 aba hanom we wie nice one nti no obenya x minus 1 2x minus 1 eno saa na enya wa hanom no nti mpacho yes obey no eno no obe take another step if there is a coefficient here okay menjidi say what's the difference of two squares difference of two squares difference obe kai a word problem a difference means minus but it's between two squares back here x squared back here 4 squared numbers into no easy now obe factorize we a ya kire yen dida but here de ma kire o ye class we enye de obi a kire yen eye de yan kasa ye bedi ho dwuma enya how to say that's how we are going to work. We are not going to sit down for people to be pushing things down our throat. Yeah, man, phone paper, nyama, and share minimum sa my and after any choke mass, ye dion, debi, yen so a bit me be. What I say, a bit me be into young coso into sure we are a quadratic because x squared no a is not equal to 0, a equals to what? 1. But unfortunately, b equals to 0. Any problem? B equals to 0. B equals to 0 because b in the because bx plus c, ax squared plus bx plus c. But another boy still. But I say b equals to 0. Say b in the one b equals to 0. Sounds when I say no, I say equals to 0. A the end mean equal to 0 because of the function x squared. No, into the young you so yeah reverse for method. No, you see first term here x squared into the virtual x and x and then multiply x squared. But last term near 4. I will say put 2 factors you multiply a negative 4 no now so you add here 0 because b is equal to 0 into negative 2 and 2 near that shall negative 2 and 2 it's difference of two squares say x squared minus we are x plus 2 x minus 2 because it's the same as x squared minus 2 squared and then x plus 2 x minus 2 no into no you use to reverse for method at the here so they say okay another way different question now this time na x squared they be use a squared minus b squared that is difference of two squares I say no one say what throw away at one. Kai say because we don't have the middle term, no b equals to 0. That is the b we are not going to b way the other b no. Because we are constant. We the emphasis say a number. Although acquire b coincidentally no acquire b. Into no a na answer then a your negative b squared. Negative b squared you have 2 numbers I multiply negative b squared now so you add 0 a negative b and a positive b. You multiply negative b square, you add 0 into negative b and what? Positive b. Into a minus b, a plus b. Clap for yourself. When you go practicing more. Thank you. A change of subject. You can't change of subject a very simple. Remember example. Enemre mo coronavirus abei na ebi akoba ne se nipa bebre ntimi na dan by kom intino e wo se yi bi fi mu fi onom ebi a mu fi onom wo o maame o papa eni onuanom eni wadan fofo ana se mo neighbors bi ebi omo ni ba bi da o so meda mo nchen na ekoba ne se sena situation na akoye ntino so obi feel them wo yes nipa bebre da honom a na nka wo nkwa wo feel honom say ka wo nkwa because nipa ba akopɛ na say that dem eno ni isolate yourself from everybody no na just say wo yi wo afi obi mu onya yare ne o da bi yesi mu wo bebre ambenya yare ne nti nipa feel honom obeyi nipa na first menye sure so obeyi o mami akọ ana so obeyi o papa and so be you nuanom obe you neighbors in the first yes one palm but situation nti na also yi o musa na tie wan yes am so be how nti no obe yi onamfofo ne first o neighbors first neighbors na omo nye onamfo but just say oni omo share the same compound and say area no be yi omo wie a still yes there be nipa na wo hon do so obe yi onamfofo ntimi yi o maame anasa papa blood connection there be you find near grossa almost from ground to me yes into by yi onamfofo na akọ you onamfofo ana ade no ayeta we wedding then also say nipa obeyi sa ma fe obeyi de ebeye wodin sa obeyi no sa na change of subject here na final no way because I also anyways change of subject we are going to isolate all numbers and make sure say the number na and I say variable na make it the subject na nkwa be gina no so enti no obe use normal maths step by step no way yi omo nyina but the obe yi first any there any letter na will make it the subject na and variable na will make it the subject no omo ntem enye too tight oyi sa na ebeka last ones omo de oye den Montem ye den nanso also omoko na wayi saa na eye no nti ye be work bi na ahwe no ne steps we am achocho ha no nti later otimi ekinkan. Okay, first one. Omo say y equals mx plus c. We a friend equation of a straight line. So once with time no ye besua equation of a straight line. What are we going to do here? You see, you make x the subject. You make x the subject. There a mania say my x nkwan engine fa na omo aka na nyina nko gina baabi. Mass in such a way say untimi sorry say na obi anko there be ye fa process bi so ye fa the right procedures so na ye dey apam obi f baabi. Nti mass mo no na me ka che no wo hwa m x no oni nkofo bi na ewo right hand side of the equation, right? Omni nkofo bi na ewo honom. Enyi omusa akeke hwede omuntam eware kakra nti wo hwa ase no na ene x no entem eye weak kakra nti no be yi c ni first. Nti no y no ma ongina hanom x no because e positive no enye no hwe ma engina ba bia gina na e positive dida nti no enye no hwe. Na engina o say negative dey anka oba move because my catch o say ye mpese any negative be ye adwuma. Nti no say onye hu negative dey o make the subject na negative be move ko ba bia be akoye positive. But say positive nti na how nti no oba yi c no na akoye minus c na aka m x e wa hanom. Hey, where you neighbor aka wa down for power down for open answer mo 2 na ne dey sim. But ube ni den also unkwa na also nanti into ube ni den also into no ube den ube divided by m no divided by m na chese say unkwa ujina honum ye nyo omuhwe omu nyina omu ye safe what nti ma ore ho say unamfo no ko for the good of the whole situation into no change of subject no into x is now equal to y minus c y minus c over m. Mediaba hanom because equal to is the same thing. You know, equal to the bet me out the same thing. You know, x equal to y minus m over c is the same as y minus m over c equals to x. Okay. No young cost. Question we hu ya oya ma show aye wonwonya bi mama sancho ne biom na yenhwe v equals to 4 over 3 pi r squared height. Okay, formula bi me ko ha me ho force me won gan trewo the here ne say a change of subject into no the here ne say make h the subject the here ne say make the h the subject. First of all, say fraction wo man pa chobo modern na yi fraction if you onum. It no sha fraction wo hanom divided by 30 multiply her by 3 no akoye the same thing 1 multiplying so by 3 na fraction no if you honum. Nkofo beka cross multiply enye hwe the same thing. So say the obenya any 3v equals to 4 pi r squared height or the h, but you are making it the subject. Omo can you know relationship here back when you mean number the same. When you multiply way. Omo nyina multiply h no. Nti no ntimi yi we nko na akoyi we akọ na akọ be omo nyina the same thing. Nti omo nyina no the same family. Nti obetu omo nyina akọ once. Nti no you divide through by 4 pi r squared. No the same thing here. 4 pi r squared na wa cancel na h no ono kwa ejina din na akoye 3v over 4 pi r squared. We nice one, simple. Yes, another fearful one here. It looks dangerous, but we don't have any problem. And the question is, sorry, I forgot the question. The question is make What do you want us to make the subject? Make H the subject. And then there were H so. And to make H the subject. And to be a bear say, first of all, you want say H under some big shell. Some shelter be a cover. And you know they will say get rid of it. But kaya indices now. Yes, I say square root is the same as raised to the power half. And you know you first of all sorry. N wahanum equals to k squared plus p squared over hg all raised the power half. Into square root no sana meaning. Into no raise the power half. But you go so worky into no say ye I say h na ye no or share some nkwasom biase eno edin into the empese corner science no dey be say you be multiply her by 2 because you say e square if you na ba ha so na no so you be multiply by 2 and be multiply keke by way of far because you say I say omo 1 on one side. Into no come and do the same thing here. Into o left hand side be ma 1 over n squared. Pacho ko hwe your indices no be hu de nti a yenya asa na we ayi if you be 1 into benya k squared plus p squared over hg. Now you GBBF baby omo ye free into we can take care of the fractions and then say also we fractions efimo into the taking of the fractions no benya 1 over n squared equals to k squared plus p squared all over hg into we multiply her by hg because hg na denominator no we multiply also everything by hg and no benya hg over n squared equals to we be cancel we no enya k squared plus p squared and no hg no and now we be say multiplication we multiply by n squared into by n squared be cancel no enya hg equals to k squared plus p squared times n squared. Odo ha no divide by g, no divide baby by g. Into no h now stands alone. So h equals to p squared plus k squared plus p squared times n squared all over g. It is I home and so koyan 1111 kakra our problem obetimi beside e be ma numbers ni baby after way. Okay, and then yet me the basics of algebra. Yes, you have variables, yes, you have terms, and the kika ho. You better also have more into San Americano, Monday into your social media handles no honum. You're very active, ultra. Within a short time, you better respond. Into your Facebook, Migi Consult, or Migi Consult, like page, and so on like yes, well, like it, the idea, no, control comments or they often say, won't you say, and I say, when you're June, so when you own so catch rain, you be be our complaint. Sometimes when you're June, to know I catch any so, yes, I holding the I am more. Sounds now about Instagram. Na wako following or honum na no so videos or on wako like no wako comment and the here in pants YouTube channel Migi Consult to call honuma a honso o problem ye na obeka che afenso so subscribe ya me paucho pi ko subscribe na wasa click notification button no na no the bia the video beto so pe o phone be kai o na watimi akohwe Montine oho na nyama we na ehye yen kran ema yen so ye ne giye ne yie ya nye ne yie so amoma yen ho ye pese nyina ye na ye ne gi ye damase pa na monhwe next topic enim. Thank you very much. Bye bye.